Happy Tuesday, everyone. It's your instructor, Dr. Nicole Adigi, and I wanted to provide you with an overview video that looks at Module 3 for our course EDCI 5720, Introduction to Education Technology. So let's just take a moment to go under the Content tab and see where all the information is located to help guide your work over the next few weeks. You will see that Module 3 is open today, and that module leads off with an introductory video that looks at strategic technology. And I do encourage you to always watch the grounding videos and also to review all of the resources in its entirety that are provided for you in this online course. Please keep in mind, as members of cohort number 2, you are building your study guide for your comprehensive exam right now. So all the resources are not necessarily there just for supplementary purposes. These are key scholarly sources, informations to help you build your understanding of the profession, to grow your competencies as a practitioner, but also make sure that you are aware of the trends and issues that are going to make you competent to create your portfolio and again to be successful on the culminating assessment, which is the comprehensive exam. So we have our objectives in which we're going to look at resources to participate in professional development, modeling appropriate strategies, and also to support professional development as it pertains to adult learning theory. This is going to be important because I don't want to assume that everyone that's in our EdTech program is going to be working in the K-12 sector. If you are currently a K-12 practitioner or you're employed by a school district, then I know that by now because you're probably using the EDCI standards for teachers or instructional coaches to guide your work in this course. However, if you are not in the education sector, in particularly the K-12 arena, you are probably working on those AECT standards in which the adult learner or learners in the workforce are probably going to be your focus audience. So this particular module will help us to focus in on that. And you will see that the readings are all aligned to understanding those trends in the education sector, understanding who are those key associations that are supporting the EdTech arena, and as well as information regarding adult learning theory and how you can be a resource and an advocate to those adult learners. Our checklist for Module 3 encompasses basically a 3-week time frame. You have 2 discussions for Module 3. The first one is coming up on Friday, and it's looking at EdTech membership. Does it pay? The second one is next Friday, which is taking an aim at adult learning theory. Then you have 2 assignments for Module 3. A Nearpod presentation on adult learning theory, and then reaction papers over EdTech topics. And this is a review of a variety of webinars or podcasts that support EdTech and what are your takeaways from that. So let's dive in and look at those assignments more closely. We have a resource on the Nearpod lesson, excuse me, I'm losing my train of thought. We have a focus assignment that you are going to look at one adult learning theory and design a presentation that basically engages us or engages me as a reviewer in terms of how you would explain and help us to learn about that particular theory using Nearpod. Nearpod is one of the leading multimedia presentation organizations for K-12 teachers, and they are now moving into the higher ed arena, looking at this idea of engaged lessons and making sure that users have a strong interface and experience with instructional content. So one of the resources that I want to refer you to is the Gutierrez article or the Gutierrez reference on adult learning theory, and something that every instructional designer or EdTech professional should know. In addition to that, you are also encouraged to look at the Nearpod guidelines to help facilitate your lesson. you can actually go in and start previewing this lesson. Let me go ahead and put in this. We're going to join the session. And this particular Nearpod lesson is on technology in the workplace. It's not so much the content that I want you to focus on as much as the way and the composition of this lesson, and look at how it's organized, how content is laid out, how engagement pieces are developed and designed to make sure that you have rich media, strong images, strong content developed and designed to facilitate your lesson. So in the Dropbox, you will have a resource sheet for the Nearpod lesson. And let me go here. There's an attached file called the Nearpod Lessons Guidelines document. That particular document will explain to you, excuse me, will explain to you all of the features that should be present in your actual presentation. So I'm going to share my desktop so you can see what this document looks like. And so this assignment is worth 75 points. And all you need to do to make sure that you earn the maximum points possible is to make sure that all of these goals and all of these items that are on the left-hand column are present within your presentation, that you have strong visuals, you have clear lesson objectives, a strong opening, engaging activity. You have no more than 12 to 15 content slides, that you engage your students or check with your students or assess your audience every 5 to 10 minutes. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're timing. It means that after a certain number of instructional slides, you are using and taking the opportunity to evaluate what your audience should be learning and should be taking away from the content. That you have a video, links to an outside source. You have a slide to introduce your video and your web links, that you have a hands-on activity, an exit quiz of no more than 3 to 5 questions. You have a resource slide so that the audience can learn more about your particular adult learning theories. And of course, and most importantly, a credit slide to properly honor and acknowledge any scholarly sources that you use to develop your presentation in proper APA format in alphabetical order by the author or organization. So with that in play, I want to make sure that you have the resources that you need to construct a strong presentation using Nearpod. That is a free service. You can actually have a free account using your Gmail or your MyTSU account. But that is worth 75 points. So this guide sheet will clearly align with how I'm going to be scoring you. In terms of the webinar reaction paper that's due on October 21st, the directions are as follows. You are going to attend 3 webinars from any of the recommended sources below. You need to provide a 1-page reaction paper to each webinar. Each paper is worth 20 points apiece. And again, what I'm looking for here, everyone, is your understanding of the topic, but also your opinion as it connects to your role as an emerging ed tech professional. Please make sure that you're using strong graduate writing, as well as you're using scholarly support in your thoughts and your concepts, so that I know that you are not only applying concepts and information that you've learned throughout the course thus far, but you are also able to see how you could be a contributor to the issues that are being presented in these various webinars. Again, please make sure that you diversify your webinars from the various sources. And basically what I mean there is that you're not doing all of your webinars through EdWeb, that you do pick 3 different sources, because they are all taking different approaches and selecting different topics to support their webinars. In terms of the discussions, let's go to that area very quickly, and then that will conclude our overview of Module 3. Our first discussion that is due on Friday, which educational technology professional organization would you join? Why? What are the costs, professional development opportunities, research measures, and other benefits that would help you make your decision. And again, please share the URL of the organization so your classmates can learn more. Here's the thing, as master's students, I can't assume that your last degree will be your master's degree. I also cannot assume that you are not seeking to be a contributor to the field. The best way for you to truly invest in this degree and to have the networks and the connections to find the jobs, the internships, and the resources to move your career forward are to be connected to the professional organizations that pour into the ed tech field. And like anything in life, in order to find out those great, strong, reliable resources, you have to be a member of those organizations. So when there are ed tech jobs or internships or grants available, it typically is coming through a variety of ed tech organizations. So again, this is your opportunity to start investing in you and to make sure that you are aware. If you want to write an article and start publishing, you know which journals and what organizations can support you. If you're looking for grants or career advancement, you know, again, at the back of those journals or on those various organization pages, they have those job listings, but oftentimes it's for members only. So I look forward to seeing which organizations resonate with you. And then the final discussion that you will be addressing for Module 3 is understanding adult learning theory. And I would like to know your thoughts about adult learning theory as it relates to your role as a graduate student and as an emerging ed tech practitioner within Tennessee, at Tennessee State University. Again, we are going to be using Flipgrid here. So please make sure that you click on the Flipgrid link, use the password TSU Ed Tech, and you can just copy and paste that in. And remember that you must provide the video to earn your points. As always, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, please let me know now. I am not a course evaluation type of person to know how I could assist you when the semester is over. My job, your tuition, should ensure that I'm of a resource to you right now in real time. So I hope that you will take advantage of that opportunity to let me do my job and to be of service to you, not only as your instructor in this course, but also as the coordinator of the EdTech program. With that being said, I hope that you have a wonderful and blessed day.